What's up guys, back with another Honkai Star video. In this video we are going to go over what units you should save for, or who is the best value to save for with reruns. Now of course characters like Argenti aren't going to be on this because they haven't came out yet. I don't know if I'll add many 4 stars. I think I'll have like an honorable mention that I'll put in D tier, but other than that, I'll be focusing more on the 5 stars. Now, let's start off with probably the most important one and the most used character from what I've seen. I think in a couple, Luocha might be like 1% higher, like 0.1% higher, like a little bit. But that is Fu Xuan. Fu Xuan is an incredibly good sustain unit. As long as you have her skill up, you're pretty much unkillable for the most part, unless it's like a super strong AoE. The fact that she can heal herself and then you can ult twice in a row and you'll have 2 heals stocked up. I've only ever seen that proc once, by the way, where I've been hit so hard that she's used both her heals, where she used 1 heal, boom, we get hit again, have to heal before I can even like react. But still, regardless, a very insanely good unit, and she also provides buffs. Like, she almost does it all, really. And of course, no queen is without her king, and that is the other king of sustain, Luocha. Luocha just heals so much, he's just extremely good. It's pretty much like his whole gimmick is just, you know, he makes sure you just don't die, right? And then last but not least is our new healer. She's extremely good. She has more of a supportive healing role. I'm insanely sad that I actually lost my 50-50 on her banner, because I'm seeing like clips of her and she is really good. You know, I've seen some people say she's better than Luocha. I won't comment on that because I have neither of them, but still, I think insanely good character. If you do not pull her now, definitely think about pulling for her in the future, especially if you are rocking like Bailu Natasha still. Very, very good unit. Now, this one might be a bit controversial, but Blade, I think, is in C tier for this one, I think. Which, by the way, like I said before, just to clarify, let's throw Tingyan in D tier real quick. I'm going to save D tier for the 4 stars that are like honorable mentions of like if they're on the banner, that's a W, right? For C tier will be the bottom one. I think Blade, he's a good DPS, but I feel like DPSs aren't a really good incentive to wait for unless you really like the character, right? Blade's damage, I'm not going to say it fell off, but if you're going for a DPS just to have a DPS, there are better options than Blade, and of course DPSs are the easiest to replace, like I said, so I wouldn't stress too much about Blade himself. And of course that is going to apply to Jingyun as well. I know a lot of people like him. Like I said, if you like the character, go ahead and save and summon for them. But if you're just looking for a damage dealer, there's many better than Jingyun, so he's sadly in C as well. Now going to damage dealers that are good, Jinglu and Danheng serve that purpose. I don't think they are quite in S tier. I think S tier is reserved for support and sustain. Of course, as of right now, we do not have a support character. We technically do in Silverwolf, but I will show where she is in a moment. But if you're DPS, right, you have to be the best DPS to warrant someone saving for you. Jinglu and Danheng are the best, so obviously they are going to be in that tier of, okay, I need a better DPS, let's summon for the best one. Of course, there could be better DPSs that come out before they return, and if that's the case, summon on them instead of like Jinglu and Danheng, but we'll have to see when they do come out. Let's just grab Silverwolf. I think she's A tier. I'm going to be 100 with you. She's extremely good, but a lot of people think you have to have her to play the game just because of the weakness implant. You don't. You can get around not having her at all. I think people are very reliant on Silverwolf for the most part, but I mean, come on. You're doing more damage, right? But with these 3, it's like if you don't have them or they're not doing their job well, you just die. And I don't know about you, being in the stage to actually do some damage is better than seeing the you lose screen. But regardless of that, I think Silverwolf is still a very good pick, and she is an A. Next up is Zele and Kafka. The reason I'm putting them both together is because I think that, actually, more so just Zele. I'll actually wait for Kafka, but Zele is a good DPS, but I don't think she deserves to be in the same tier as Blade or Jingyun. She does really good damage, and she can actually kind of do AoEs in a sense of she can kill a side enemy that's weaker and then focus the next attack on a different enemy. If you ult and kill something there, you can kind of go crazy. I use her for farming, very good character. She's still a very good DPS. I don't quite feel comfortable putting her in Blade and Jingyun's category, so I'll put her in a nice middle section in B. Now we are on to the last two 5-stars, which are Kafka and Topaz. The reason they are together is because they offer a utility, right? Kafka is going to be really good with future DOT characters, and Topaz and Numby are going to be very good with future follow-up attack characters. So think of them kind of like a sub DPS support in a sense. You can obviously use them as main DPS if you want. Like Kafka is my main DPS on my second team, but pretty much what they do is make a character who does a certain thing do it better, or they help support them. Like they get a huge buff if you use them with said character. So I think they definitely deserve to be an A because they're only going to get better, or they're going to be a very good pick for that team. Now, the rest of the 5-stars on this list are Argenti, who's not out yet, so there's no reason for me to put him on here. And then the rest are free / standard banners, so they will not be included. Now, in the bottom row, I will place all the 4-stars that if they are on the banners, like if they're on Fushuan or if they're on Kafka, like one of the higher tier ones, it is a huge W. These 4-stars that you should look out for are Tingyun, Asta, Lynx, Yukong, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I still can't pronounce her name, so I just won't say it. But they are extremely good support, healer. Now, normally I wouldn't put damage dealers here, but she does do really good damage, so I'll give her a pass. Tingyun, very good support. Yukong is a good support, a bit trickier to play, but still a good support regardless. The other characters down here, some of them aren't bad. Also, whoa, I just realized Bailu's portrait is Tanya's portrait. That's really funny. But, you know, they just... Oh, sorry, I almost forgot Payload. That would have been really awkward. These characters just are really good supports / you know, Lynx is a really good healer, right? Well, most of these characters are support, to be fair. But it's really hard to be a 4-star damage dealer, really, and really shine, considering, you know, the 5-stars exist, and you're probably going to be summoning for a 5-star DPS or a 4-star DPS. And the reason Marsh and Natasha aren't on here is because they simply aren't good enough to warrant really going for. Sorry, it is what it is. I'm not a big fan of March 7th, not a huge fan of Natasha either. But these ones are my recommendations for if you're saving and Luish's banners come back, right? And his banner is Lynx, Asta, and like Tingyun. That's like golden opportunity. That is a really good banner. You're just winning, right? But other than that, that is pretty much going to be it for the video. Hopefully this video helped you guys figure out what you should save for. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this list. Like I said, the characters in D tier are not bad. This is just where I put like the honorable mention 4-stars, because you really shouldn't be saving for a 4-star because you can technically never pull them. I know it's tragic. You can literally drop like $1 million and you'll, you know, on a Asta Lynx Pele banner, and you just never see Asta because that's just how it is, right? For a 5-star, you will eventually pull them. You're, you know, guaranteed after you pull one, the next one will be that character, and you're guaranteed a 5-star at 90 pulls. So it's literally impossible to not get them, right? But like I said, on that, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or, you know, you disagree. Let me know. A lot of people disagree with me. Nothing new. But on that, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.